We rented a studio ourselves. That was kind of a friend deal that they let us lock ourselves in their studio for 5 days, and we basically completely tracked 12 songs, which I'm very, very proud of us all for being able to do.
I can't believe that we didn't even complete one take for that song.
I know, like, you guys are back on there. Ryan.
Well, Ryan did fuck it up pretty huge.
What's that?
We got 12 songs done really fast, but it wasn't your like traditional recording. It was like, you know, do some drums and guitars here, then Phil, you get drunk and naked for a while over here, and then Dan decide you're gonna talk in a flamboyant voice and yell at us for a while.
I told you, I just said I'm ready. What the fuck do you want? You want me to fucking write it down and send it to you via postal service? Let's do this.
All I knew going into the studio was that I knew a little bit more than these guys, and you know, I had to figure out how to record double drums, which I'd never done before, record an entire album in its entirety and make it sound like an album, run the console and play my own parts and listen for everyone else's mistakes, and you know, we just relied on each other to tell us when it sounded bad, because none of us really knew better than the next guy.
We pretty much got in there, tracked way faster than we thought we were going to track, and then we just had all these other instruments that the studio had at our disposal, so we kind of just basically layered the shit out of everything, just on anything we had available. We had vibraphones and organs and keyboards and all sorts of shit, so we pretty much threw it at Josh, and you know, we just figured, all right, Josh, here's everything that can conceivably be on this track, you know, sculpt it into something reasonable.
It's great when you get into a studio and it's fun and exciting. You can add all kinds of different stuff like shakers and organs that we never used before, and these guys just, they didn't realize that when I got that home what a nightmare it was going to be putting everything together. I'm mixing this album essentially on Ryan's home entertainment computer that he uses to download South Park and play fucking old Nintendo games on.
I think it was a point where it was like, we were just having too much fun and, you know, forgot that we're trying to record a record, and, you know, we only have this limited budget to get things done, and, you know, Phil's nudity is spreading around to the rest of us, and luckily Ryan is like the motivator of the band, and he gets super stressed and, you know, gets everyone going.
What is he doing?
I don't know what he's doing.
He's doing something, and I bet it's making fun of me somehow, because you're filming him and laughing.
Ryan is that guy that's like, go team, like we can do this together.
One of my favorite parts was watching Ryan get stressed out. He just didn't realize that drums were done the first night.
You would kind of feel bad at times because Ryan would come in, you know, like, we gotta finish this, and we'd be like, what do you gotta finish? Like, drum tracks are done.
Ryan Flack, drums are done, buddy.
Man, fuck those guys. Like, I dropped out of school to make this record happen, and that's my college money that's paying for the recording.
We had a lot more to do the last day than I think any of us realized. We figured it felt like so much had already been done. We were all pretty exhausted. I was half drunk. We had to bring Jelly in to do backup vocals.
Good, dude. Fucking real good.
Yeah. Fuck yourself.
And we still had to do all the pianos at Studio West the next day. We ended up getting everything done, and I remember Jesse and I driving home really late at night after tracking, talking about how good everything was just sounding. And it occurred to us that either we got really lucky, or we have no fucking idea what we're doing. I guess we'll find out.
I think if anything comes of this record, it's going to be largely based around the fact that we're able to say, this is what you can do for $2,000. You can do it in a kind of sketchy studio, and you can overdub it in a basement, and you can mix it in a fucking living room, and you can still have a great record. And hopefully we're able to communicate that, and hopefully, you know, like, it'd be really cool if we were able to have some sort of media outlet to tell people, like, you don't have to spend all this money, you can do this yourself.